Hey everybody, Brian Raisin coming at you live again from Ohio State. Today I've got the Fisher College of Business in the background again, a little different angle, and showing you around campus as we film these lectures. So I hope that's of interest and hold your attention a little bit. Don't mind all the people in the background. Focus on the slides. Okay, so today I wanted to do a really quick review of the GROW coaching model and leadership. Very simple acronym, very simple to follow. You don't need a lot of training to try it. This is just a framework that provides a way of structured coaching sessions to help you get some balanced discussion. It can be used by anyone. Again, no special training, just practice it a little bit. So, in brief, here it is. Goal, reality, options or obstacles, and then the way forward. What do you want to achieve? Where are you now? What options or what's in the way? And then what are the next steps that you're going to actually take to move forward? Pretty basic. The whole key is just start asking these questions. I like to start at the goal area because it's kind of that open conversation. You want to think about SMART goals, progress, or maybe it's toward a goal or desire that they have. It could be some complex challenge or an opportunity that's out there that's too big, and so they need to break it down, make it more manageable. So when you start talking goals, you'll want to start asking questions. So, for example, I've got here in the winning football season, you don't say, well, our goal is to have a winning football season. Well, that's a great long-term goal, but what do you have to do to get there? Well, first you have to get it right in practice. Then you move on to winning each week, and then you start to think about the playoffs. So it's a process. It's not just, oh, we want to have a winning season. That's not specific. It is measurable. Well, it's specific, but there, as you can see, there are a lot of things that will lead up to that. So again, when you start with coaching, with the G, the goal, start asking questions. That's the key. And the time-bound goals, measurable, attainable, these are difficult to write. It's easy to put down, the first thing, but then when you really start diving in, it takes a little more thought. So take the time to coach your person in working through those goals. Make a note to self. What do you want to accomplish in the coaching session? How will you know when that's achieved? Remember, some people you may be working with, mentoring or coaching someone who has their own goals, or they may have been given goals. So you've got to kind of get to that point as well during this first introductory conversation. And again, ask yourself, what's my goal as the coach? What do I want to do? How can I help them best to move forward? Second letter, the R, the reality. What are the current issues? What are the challenges? What's happening right now in terms of this goal that might hinder or help the person? How far away is that goal? Remember, as you're asking questions, you're helping them discover for themselves where their reality is. That's a big part of coaching and mentoring. It's not figuring it out for them or giving them the answers. It's helping them through that activity. There's a fold your hands activity, so I'll do this really quickly. You may have seen it in a lesson, but go ahead and play along with me at home. Fold your hands, look down, see what thumb's on top. For men, it's my right thumb. Yours may be different, so unfold your hands. Now fold your hands with the other thumb on top. It takes just a second for most people. I've done this with a lot of groups. Okay, now fold your arms. Well, now I look down, my left arm is on top. It's pretty straightforward. I always fold my arms this way. It's just how it works. So now you know the routine. Shake it out. Now fold your arms the other way. You really have to think about it. Our brains are conditioned for our reality. This is just it. I haven't even thought of folding my arms any other way in 55 years. This is how they fold. So you've got to see what that reality is and then see how you can either coach or help mentor or move your person on so that they can move toward their goals. So just a fun exercise. It's something to think about to get your brain out of that standard way of thinking that we are often in. Third question, what are the obstacles or what are some options? What's standing in the way? 4 areas you might look. Is it the person themselves? Are they holding themselves back in some way? Is it other people, teammates or coworkers? Do they lack the skills or knowledge or experience? Or is there something about the physical environment that you may need to help them remove? Again, your goal, how can you help them move those obstacles? How can you help them think through options that they can get past those? The other O is options. What options do I have to resolve the issue? Your purpose is to generate options, to start them thinking through. And again, that fold your hands, think differently. Maybe I can do it in a different way than the way I've always done it. You as the coach, don't give all the answers, draw the options. Let them do it. Let them think through. It'll be more powerful, and they'll probably come up with better ideas. Last quadrant, the way forward, or the will. What will I commit to? What am I actually going to do? Some specific steps today, or how can I get started? Again, these steps may be incremental. That winning season doesn't start in December at the Rose Bowl or the national championship game. It starts back in, July or August with practice and getting those practices right, those small goals, and then moving forward and collectively putting those toward what we want to do. Bottom line, coaching is about the person being coached. That sounds so simplistic to say, but sometimes I forget that. I get busy or caught up thinking about that goal or whatever it might be. So you've got to get back to that. Who is the person? How are you helping them? And how might you be able to help them? So as a coach, we give some insight, and then the results cone goes up from there. It helps them with their thinking, developing those thought habits, which then drive behavior, which then produces results. So that insight, that's like a seed that can germinate and can really help a person. I don't know if you've seen this before. It's hilarious. You've probably heard about elephants that just tied to one peg in the ground that they can pull out if they want. It's not something that's really holding them back. It's what they think. And I have found myself in this situation, but sometimes it takes that other person to help me see it so that I can get past it and realize, no, I'm not tied down here. I've got this entire campus and for opportunity. So don't be tied down to an imaginary idea. So there it is, grow coaching model. What do you want to achieve? Where are you right now? The reality. What options are in the way or obstacles that you need to get over? And then how are you going to take action and move forward? Bottom line, you don't have to do it all at once. Just start. You can start this coaching model at any time. I like to start with the goals and the reality and then move from there. If we were in class, I would have you pair up and answer this question. Think about an action or a behavior of a person you've experienced as your best coach. This is a good kind of a thinking question to get you in that coaching mode. Who is someone that's coached you that's been really good? Try to emulate that. Think about the specific things that they did. How might you be able to do that? Another good question. What's the best advice anyone ever gave you? What's some really good advice? How could you pass that along to someone that you're mentoring or coaching? Another set of questions, you can pause the video and jot a couple of these down if you like them. Some really good stuff in there to start conversation, to get ideas flowing, and I love doing that whenever I'm talking with people, I'm coaching, when I'm mentoring. And you can Google that, up to 80 questions mentors can ask their mentees. Pretty good stuff. Homework, you're not getting away. How can you create the environment where folks are encouraged to flourish, wherever that might be? And if you're doing it at work, it's going to spill over into home. This is powerful stuff, and it's meaningful stuff, and can really help people. Again, the reflection piece is, as a coach or a mentor or a supervisor, remember, just take time to reflect and remember that you're in a life-changing role. Your words and actions can change people's lives and their careers and their family relationships and their mental health. It's not an exaggeration. One of the most important things that you can do, I said this earlier in a video, is think about your emotional intelligence. Work on your own EQ, that self-reflection, self-knowledge, so that then you can help reflect others in an exponential way. It's powerful stuff, great stuff, and you can have a lot of fun with it. Okay, that's it. God bless you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope this was a good series, and look forward to the next one.